Okay. So I have six comics here that I would like to talk about. Um, there is a lot of noise going on outside, but I'm gonna try to ignore that so I can just get through what I'm doing here. Um, so first, I'm just gonna go through what I have here. Um, this is Daredevil Decalogue Part 1 by Brian Michael Bendis and art by Alex Maleev. This is part 1 of 5, which I think is fitting for this series, at least based on what I've read so far. I wish this issue in particular were longer, because I think what Brian Michael Bendis is trying to do here is really interesting. And especially what he's examining. I haven't fully cleaned my desk from a little bit of drawing I did earlier. It's okay though. I'll do some more drawing and that'll make up for it. One comment I want to make right now is, as I'm flipping through it, is that I love the layout of these panels. I love that the story on the majority of the in this book. Maybe I should have a script, for once. I do write things down before I start these videos, but sometimes I just don't rehearse anything. I don't go through what I write down as an outline. I just try to keep it spontaneous for some of these videos, which is probably not good for maintaining some sort of schedule, but and well, more than just a schedule, sticking to deadlines that I create for myself. But you know what? I'm not gonna be too self-deprecating here. I don't want to dig into too far to things that I'm maybe annoyed about. Anyway, so with this book, I think I'm just most drawn to, as I already said, the panel layout. This here is these are 4x4 grids, and they follow they're uneven here, and they're uneven on purpose. This one goes a little further into to the middle of this book here, where the crease. Whereas these are just slightly different in I think so many people were talking about it then, and getting into my personal thoughts, I think some people were quick to judge a dead guy for his past mistakes rather than just saying a man who was very troubled by maybe feelings of greed at stages in his life and ego passed away. It's a sort of like giving a backhanded compliment to your grandpa after he dies. Like, don't ask me if I have experience with that. I don't. But anyway, before we get into more controversial territory, speaking of the Punisher, controversial figure. I just want to say about Stan Lee that it's really nice that they did all of this for him. And he really did change comic books. Whether you think it was for ill or for good, he changed comic books. Like, well, the comic publishing industry. And this portrait or any other way that people honored him was a really, really lovely thing to do. And whether or not he was a good person is still up for debate, you know, for some people. And, you know, I don't want to be a part of that because that's not really my place. But anyway, so The Punisher. I have not honestly read this yet because I want to get the first issue in the run. That's simply it. I just want to get Punisher #1 of 5 or 6. I think there's 6 in this series. No, this is the last one. Another thing that comes after this. The Next Punishment, War in Begalia, Part 1. On sale, January 9th, 2019. I want to reread it, maybe just for the sake of having an opinion. It probably wouldn't really be that important to say much about Original Sin, even just in general as a run, a comic book run. So, on to masks. I have to get up every time I start talking again because of my camera setup. Well, anyway, that's not important. This has Vampirella on the back. I already said something that along the lines of Alex Ross did the interiors. This cover was, I think, drawn by Sayef and Kyle Ortega. My cat, Ashes, just entered the room. She's gonna settle down for a nap. The Spider, Terror of the Zombie Queen. That's cool. That's cool. I think this make it fit what you want to put into a piece of art, because each of these panels should be treated like a mini painting, maybe mini piece of a mini drawing, mini whatever. Like, it's art. This entire page is artwork. You have to be careful with the kind of images you try to create. I think that's all I want to share today. I'm going to stop now. There's a lot of noise going on